I got me a big jug of green tea. I don't know why I shared that with you guys, but what's up, guys? I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so please excuse me if I sound like crap. I wanted to do a video today about a video editing app on Android that's really cool. That I got to I learned about it from Paul Tech, watching his videos, and so I wanted to share this with you guys for anyone that wants to edit videos on the fly. But I'm not gonna do that video today. I will have it up later on this week. But I'm not gonna do that video today because I'm pretty out of it. So, but this video is in response to CVTechReviews' latest video with his issues with Boost Mobile. I wanted to respond, and I also wanted to kind of give some insight. Playing devil's advocate here. I used to be a CSR for Verizon, and so I kind of like when I hear videos like that, I kind of want to give some insight to help people out. So, basically, I mean, go check out his video after this video. Go check it out so you guys can understand why I'm doing this. So, one I want to start off with is dead spots. Now, you could check coverage maps, and where you're at physically will show that you have LTE or enhanced LTE coverage. But technically, you could be like in what's called a ghost dead spot. It's a dead spot that's unconfirmed, and they don't have, and like the carriers don't have a reason why. And this is actually possible. For reference to this, you can go check out Christopher Chavez from Fandroid. Find his YouTube channel before he was with Fandroid. He has a video up there where he tells people about the Sprint AirRave, which is like a micro tower that you can get from Sprint to put in your house if you don't have any signal at all whatsoever. It actually enhances the weak signal strength that you get. It amplifies it so you can get nearly full bars of coverage in your home. And he mentions on there that it didn't matter what carrier he was with, whether it was Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, your signal strength was dead at his house. And he had friends come over that had full bars in the town that he lived in, and when they came to his house, it was just dead zone. No one got text messages, phone calls, nothing. Just could not connect. And it's possible. There are places like this. It's possible. It's all over the country, So those are some things you got to consider in fact. And if you are living in like a dead spot or dead zone, then yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, Boost Mobile and prepaid carriers don't offer anything like the AirRave, which is a micro tower that connects to your Wi-Fi router to output a stronger cellular signal. Like they don't offer that. I don't even know if Sprint offers that anymore, but they did back in the day. So I mean that could be one reason why you're not getting 3G or LTE in a specific area. I mean, if you really want to know if it's just your phone line and not Boost Mobile in general, if you know other people that have Boost Mobile that come to your house or come to your area, test to see if they get LTE connectivity, because if they do and you don't, then it's going to be your phone line. This is another thing that we all don't really think about because we're not tech savvy in that way where we understand how cellular providers work. But it is true. A couple years ago, my girlfriend's phone basically could barely get 3G when we were on Virgin Mobile. We had the Galaxy S2s, and like my 3G signal was very strong. Hers was always weak, and we would always call in to Virgin Mobile to find out why. We did a lot of programming, of course. I flashed ROMs on her phone to see if that fixed. I flashed radios on her phone to see if that would fix it, and it didn't do anything. Come to find out that her phone line was actually a damaged, corrupt line, and it is possible to have that. After calling in for like the 30th time, the Virgin Mobile care rep basically canceled her phone line and started a new phone line service with her, reprogrammed her Galaxy S2 with her new number, her MDN, her MIN. We reprogrammed all that into her phone. New line of service. He credited the account so she would get a full month. So basically she got like a month and a half before having to pay her bill again. But that actually fixed it. Her 3G signal was like immaculately strong. And so yeah, it's possible that phone lines can actually just be that damaged, that corrupt. I remember everything goes through what is called a switch, and if you have like a very like very dead. I don't want to say dead because it still worked kind of. Phone calls and text messages kind of worked, but just a damaged line, even though it's not like an actual physical line, just that service line can be really damaged. So, I mean, there's a lot of quirky methods. Like here where I live at on Boost Mobile, if it's right out of the box, straight stock, connecting to LTE, my LTE signal is like 7 to 8 megabits per second. Compared to like Dominic Gresham, where he lives at in Oregon, he gets like 30 megabits per second out there, and whatnot. So, now I get about between 12 to 15 megabits per second on LTE here, but all I really did was just go into the phone and just switch it out from LTE CDMA to LTE GSM CDMA, and that's doing the I believe it's pound star 4636. Wait, it's star pound 4363 pound star. Do that. Go on the phone information. Go down, and I switch it from LTE CDMA to LTE GSM CDMA, just so it can rack off different towers. And also updating your PRL, your preferred roaming list. And what that does is every new tower that's constructed and activated, your phone doesn't automatically pick up those towers. So the roaming list basically gives the phone a detailed list of service towers in your area that are active. So then your phone can connect to it. On CDMA phones connect to 3 towers at a time. So wherever you're at, your phone is connected to 3 different towers to try to give you the best signal as possible. And when you're traveling along like the interstate or whatever, it's always going to keep trying to find towers, so that way you always stay in a triangular point of connection with 3 towers connected to your phone. That's how CDMA works. So, just updating your PRL is very essential. You should do it maybe like once a month, just so if any new towers is updated, or if it's active, then you'll be able to grab those towers and be able to connect to them. Now, to close this video out, there was one thing he was talking about, and that was Boost customer care reps, going down, and he did base that on the fact of him always having to call in and trying to get some sort of answer, some sort of help. Well, yeah, he did get some credit, and that's good that they gave him credit on that. This is where I come in from my experiences as a CSR, and that is, we're the front lines people. Customer care reps are the front lines people, so they're always going to be blamed for everything. I mean, when people talk to customer care reps, it's always in that manner, like when they're saying their service is bad, they put it in context where it's like it's the customer care rep's fault, and that's always perceived that way. And sometimes people will think about it while they're in their little rant about why they're calling in, and then they'll stop and they'll say, I know it's not you. I know you just work for the company, but when I say you, I'm talking about your business. But still, focally, we take all the punches. To think that a customer care rep would be able, on the technical side of things, to solve or resolve your issues right then and there on the spot, now you're just thinking way out there. Customer care reps are everyday people like you and me. They're at some call center here in the country, so they're not even in your town. When you think you're calling customer care, you think you're talking to someone that's locally to you. 9 times out of 10, no. They could be in Nevada. They could be in California. They could be here in Phoenix. They could be in Texas. It's where your call gets routed to, and you don't really choose which call center you're gonna call. Once you dial at 611 and you option for technical support care rep, you're going to the call center that it connects you to. So for one, to think that someone would be able to leave their desk to go check a tower in your town to see if it's actually gonna work, you can't expect that out of them. And even if you talk to technical support is still customer care reps that are, at a call center, that all they really can do is they have access to Sprint's system just to see if towers are down or towers are up. And they're given the blanket statement, So I know that gets frustrating. I agree with, with CVTech on this one, where they They sound like they don't know what they're talking about. And of course, they don't know what they're talking about because they're not given that information. They're given a piece of paper and they're like, if you can't find out exactly what's going on with the customer's account, just say this line right here. Our towers are being updated constantly at this time, and that they're going through the process as fast as they can. We're sorry for the inconvenience, and offer them a $5 credit or a $10 credit or something. That's all they can do. That's really all they can do. When they escalate it to tier 2, tier 2 is the actual technicians, but it's not Boost Mobile's technicians or Cricket's technicians. It's their mother carrier's technicians. So for Boost Mobile, it would be Sprint technicians. They're the only ones that have access to the Sprint towers. And, when it goes to tier 2, there is no phone number. And that's what I think irritates people a lot, is because it's like, how do I get a hold of tier 2 technicians to talk to? You can't. Tier 2 doesn't... Well, they'll contact you if they need something from you on your end. But other than that, their goal is just to be like a dispatch to the technicians out there to say, okay, we got a trouble ticket on this phone line. It's in this area. We need you to go and check out the towers, make sure they're operational, make sure they are outputting signal, make sure everything is going fine. Technician goes out there, checks out the tower. If the tower is outputting signal the way it's supposed to, there's nothing they can do from that point. So you got to, reference back to a start point. Start from scratch. That's why I always say, when you have bad signal, one, compare your signal strength to a friend of yours that has the same service as you. See if you guys are getting about the same. If not, could be something with your line. Always update your PRL. It doesn't matter. Just once a month, update your PRL so you're going to get the latest list of active towers in your region. And, try suggesting to the care rep that could it be your phone line itself that is like damaged, corrupt, or bad. Some of them probably have never heard of that, and they'll be like, "Oh, our phone lines are okay." They probably would have never heard of that, but you may find call back and find that right customer rep that's willing to actually go through the process, because that's another thing too that I agree with CVTech on, that the customer care rep service has gone down a little bit, is that some of them won't go above and beyond to help you with your problems. Some of them will just be like, if they could try canceling your phone line and starting a new line of service for you, to see if that actually will correct the issue at hand. Some of them won't go through that because it takes time for them to cancel an account, reopen a new account, and they're doing a lot of typing, which is not even that hard. You're exercising your fingers, not your body. So I don't know where they get tired from that. But yeah, some of them just won't go through all that, and some will. So you got to find that right rep that's willing to go above and beyond for you just because they enjoy their job. So anyways, guys, this has been a long video, 13-minute video. I'll try to get that video editing app review sometime this week. I'll try, guys, but no guarantees. It just depends how I feel. I got a really bad cold right now. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please go to CVTechReviews, check out his video, so you guys can understand where he's coming from on this. And yeah, hopefully this gave you guys some insight on how to deal with the customer care reps and some cell connectivity issues and what could possibly be the problems. I hope this helps. So if it has, please leave me a thumbs up if it has, or gave you some insight. If not, click that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to my channel for future content. I'm so out of it, guys. I apologize that, yeah. I'll see you guys later.